One of the main questions people have asked me about SAMMS is, how accurate is it? I mean, if I get a text message from SAMMS, how do I know that it's actually my smoke alarm going off and not some other noise in my house like my dog barking or something? Well, my answer to that question is, well, because we've thought of that. And we've thought of those situations and taken that into account when designing SAMMS. SAMMS has a 5-stage filtering system, one of which is sound recognition, which means that it will learn the sound of your smoke alarm and listen specifically for that sound. And not only does SAMMS listen for the sound of a smoke alarm, but also the response. So you can be confident in the accuracy and the reliability of this monitoring system. But in order to further understand how it works, I want to show you the features of the filtering system. The first stage of the filtering system is this little switch labeled filter. And this is a simple high-pass filter, and it's designed to filter out the low noise that is below the range of a typical smoke alarm. And the next stage is sensitivity. This establishes how loud a sound has to be before SAMMS will even recognize it. So theoretically, SAMMS can monitor any type of sound just with the sensitivity feature. But in order for extreme accuracy with recognizing a smoke alarm, SAMMS also has a sound recognition filter. This filter listens specifically for the sound of your smoke alarm. And it is set up from the factory for most common smoke alarm sounds, but it can be reprogrammed easily for your particular smoke alarm. And now with the recognition filter active, I can have SAMMS be very sensitive to all sounds and still not receive any false alarms. And notice how it's hearing everything that we do. It's hearing everything that I say, and this is shown by the audio meter here. But it's not triggering any alarm counts, which would be indicated by this red light here. So I could clap my hands, I could stomp my feet, dogs could bark, kids can scream, and it still wouldn't matter. But now if the smoke alarm goes off across the room, notice how the software recognizes that right away. So as you can see, once SAMMS has been set up properly, it can be extremely accurate. And I'm just using the simple built-in computer microphone, nothing fancy. And another question you might have is, well, what if the battery starts to go dead in my smoke alarm, causing it to beep? Will I get a text then? I don't want to think my house is on fire and all it is a battery going dead. And the answer to that is no. This is the reason for our next 2 stages of filtering. This is alarm counting and reset times. And these are what I refer to as the response filters. You see, it's not just good enough for SAMMS to simply recognize the sound of a smoke alarm, it also has to recognize the response. So right now, SAMMS is set up like this. Our smoke alarm has to beep 5 times without ever stopping for longer than 10 seconds in between each beep. And these settings can be customized to work precisely with your smoke alarm. The response filtering prevents false alarms from if your battery is going dead, which would make your smoke alarm beep periodically, or if for some reason a bit of noise magically makes its way through all the other sound filtering. So in the end, once SAMMS has been properly set up, if you receive a text message from it, you should take it seriously.